What you introduce? So
To BluSky TV. This Coach Matt, Coach Becky here to navigate the Power Hour with the BluSky community. And I do believe Becky has a current long coming into Power Hour. I am flat on the indexes, and I am currently long on gold after what I would describe a pretty decent little breakout situation coming from a reversal. We'll be breaking it all down, talking about some random things as well as we always do in Power Hour. But before we get to just navigating here, Becky, first and foremost, how are you? Number one, and did you have as much fun celebrating America's 250th birthday as I did?
I did, yes. Well, thank you for that. Welcome, everyone. Happy Monday. And I had a really great weekend. Our neighborhood is just a family suburbia. And so we had a great time, barbecue and fireworks and all the things. And it was wonderful. And I feel like a long weekend was enough time to actually de-stress a little bit and come in ready this morning. So it's good.
Good. Well, why don't you go ahead and give me a technical breakdown on where we currently sit and walk me through what you got going on your current trade right now. And then I'll kind of talk to you about what I'm looking at on gold, because I might get stopped out before you get done.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's start with NQ then. I'm going to go to the bigger time frame. I am long right now, but I got in a little while ago. So I'm going to just show you top down-ish, which is how I like to look at the market anyways. And so what made me have bullish bias this morning is that, on Friday, Thursday, Friday was the not really a trading session. On Thursday, we did fall down, but we fell down into support and it was bought up. And then on Friday's mini session was higher. And so on the overnight, when we opened higher again above the lows of Thursday, and we were holding up, it seemed to me like this support on the daily was holding. This buying wick on this candle from last Thursday was holding. So it's a little bit bullish bias coming into the market, but I kind of wanted to see what was going on. But then when you get down into the opening this morning, this is the 15-minute chart. We pushed down a little bit, but this blue line is my view op, and everything we tapped below it briefly, but then it was just holding above. So I was trying to just hold on to the longs, but I did trade with you guys live this morning with Mike, and holy contracts exchanged. You guys just want to take a minute and pray for me, because all these little arrows were contracts exchanged this morning in our lovely session. So I was just playing, but I was in micros. If you notice, this is the M and Q. And so I was just scalping. I was in and I was out, and then I caught this long, and then I took it out, and then it was rejecting so hard I tried the short. Well, that was flat. And so most of these were longs. I got in when this short attempt failed. I got in long and I scaled out, and then down here, I tried for the short back down, and it just didn't miss my target by a second. And so then I did some more longs. So I'm nice and green on the day. What I saw after this, when I got off live with you guys, I walked away. And then I was just watching. I was hanging out with my family and getting them situated. It slid back down, and it slid back into this purple is the 15-minute opening range of today's session. And so that's kind of like the base of the bullish day that we were experiencing. And so when we came back down, if you were live with us earlier, we caught the buys off of this, which was beautiful. And then I scaled off as we hit these upper highs here. But this was a strong support for the day. And then again, this blue line here is my VWAP. So we sunk below it. This is the value area high from last Thursday. And so a key area of support to see if we wanted to hold above. So this all in here is my potential buy zone. And so when I saw this higher volume doji making a little bit of a higher low here, and then it started to roll over and turn bullish, I wasn't intending on trading, but I saw the rollover here of this candle pattern. And so I joined here, and this candle was honestly half baked. You can go down the 5-minute now. This was the candle that I joined on, because I saw here it came down and it did not make a lower low. And then it turned bullish pretty quick, and there seemed to be some aggression. So I got my fills in here for this long opportunity. And then after I got a scale out here at the base of this, this was the 15-minute 90 EMA where I scaled right here. And once I got that scale, I moved to break even. And then I just sort of let it rock because I was finishing out here. And so what I'm doing now is just kind of managing on this larger time frame. I don't even have another target place because I kind of want to see what happened. I kind of want to let it roll into power hour here. But this was the initial balance high this morning, this orange line. And then this was my target from Friday's price action is this red box up here, because that was the sell from last week. And so if we could, I would love to get up here. This is where I was targeting earlier. And then I ended up hugging my stop here. 120 to 130 is my upper target today if we could potentially make it on NQ. So that is my read on that one.
I like your read on the as you were coming into the market on the bull side of the equation today, and I'm looking at it through a lens of a little bit of a longer time frame here.
Mhm.
But I really felt like the market did a lot of good last week on the daily chart, on the weekly chart, on the intraday side of the equation. The market's been basically neutral for the better part of 5 weeks in the market in general. When you look at the NQ, when you look at the
Mhm.
ES, just a lot of consolidation. But specifically, when you look at the ES, you actually increased support against the backdrop of that neutrality last week. And, we talked about this last week, but going from 7,400 to 7,600 was kind of base case last week, but
Mhm.
it was an expectation to break out. I actually made a statement last night. I said it earlier this morning, and I'll say it here as well. The market is better primed to break out on the longer term timeframes right now going into this week than it has had any chance in the last 5 weeks, quite frankly. And that increase in support on the backdrop of the daily chart should have stood out to technicians, because anytime you are in base neutrality on the longer term timeframes and you increase that support going into that potential breakout, you're doing two things. Number one, the buyers are defending the price on the intraday, and that's what it created that higher level of support going into this week. And number two, you have a little bit of a shorter distance when you run from 7,500, which is kind of the base of that support level. When you run into 75, going into that 7,600 breakout, you're doing it with a much fresher legs. Think
Mhm.
about this like running a race. You just ran a mile, you get tired, you want to take a break. Well, now you have to run, a half a mile to get into that same breakout. You have a little bit more fresher legs. You have the ability to run there. And so I like what you're looking at here. I'm not sure
Yeah.
we're going to get that
Mhm.
breakout today. I think we're kind of have seen a little bit of the topping action, but that Nasdaq can work all the way back up into the highs. I would say the Nasdaq is still a problem child for the general
Yeah,
marketplace.
this is a
Uh,
prettier. Mhm.
the S&P 500 multiple time frame breakout on the daily and the weekly chart should not be discounted.
Mhm.
It is a beautiful, beautiful multiple time frame look going into what is anticipated at the beginning of next week as another rock star earnings season, quite frankly. And so it's just around the I believe it's next week. We get ASML, we get Netflix, we get the banks, JP Morgan, we get some healthcare giants out of Abbott Labs, Johnson and Johnson. And so market's prime, ready to break out in front of earnings season. We'll see if it can actually get it done. But I just wanted to add that to your bias. I
Yeah.
haven't been very active on the day trading side of the equation today on the indexes, but I have been active on gold. If you'll go back, I'll kind of walk you through what I saw on gold. I'm still involved in that trade, by the way. But if you'll go down to the 15-minute time frame, you'll kind of see the little bit of a reversal situation played out earlier in the session.
Ooh.
It was beautiful, and kind of like I was talking about, Becky, when
Mhm.
you are going in a bearish downtrend and then you go through a reversal and you increase support in that reversal, that always stands out to me. Like, it's one of the number one things I like seeing in the backdrop of consolidation or a reversal is that increase in support, because in reversal analysis and continuation analysis, basically it's 50-50. But the only thing that gives you that indication that somebody's actually taking control is whether or not you increase support or decrease resistance. And so, do you see how you increase support and then you break out?
Mhm.
Once you increase the support, not on the actual support candle, over to the right a little bit,
Yeah.
so it's
Here.
coming down right there. On
Yeah.
the next candle, I went long, and
Oh, nice.
just put the stop underneath the 15-minute time frame, and now that's why I made the comment I might get stopped out here, is because my stop loss is legitimately right underneath that 15-minute 9 EMA. And
Yeah.
so I'm just going to ride that trend. Haven't been scalping. I've only made a couple trades. One, I basically broke even on a short on the ES, and this one here just kind of been a little trend trader. Been a slow, boring day, and I'll take methodical, boring days when I get a nice little trend on gold.
Yeah. That is a sick entry. I love that. I like this. This is a clean, strong push and close above this top here, this resistance.
Mhm.
And then so then the pullback, then you look for where it's going to hold at and this 15-minute support here. Like, it couldn't even quite get down there and it just popped. That's a beautiful entry.
Yeah, so I was hoping to get a little bit more out. You see how it gets above VWAP and you start
Yeah.
like getting a little bit of momentum there. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, this thing could turn into a home run here.
The moon.
And then it just
Yeah.
turned
And this took
around.
out that tip there. That's a concerning sign. If you were hugging it too close, yeah, that one could have
Well,
taken people out.
you don't want to be too close on those stop losses, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get stopped out here most likely, but I'm okay with it.
That's a good ride though. That's
Oh yeah,
nice.
if you can catch 20 points on gold, man, 20 points on gold's like 50 points on the ES.
Yeah, that's anything. Yeah, this
At least
morning was
that's what it feels like.
well, don't worry about that. You weren't real active because I was. I took them for us.
You took them all.
I
You
I
took them all,
didn't
every
know.
single one.
Here's the situation is that I slept in so hard. I slept in like the dead yesterday after having like a heck of a 4th of July.
Oh yeah.
And so then last night I couldn't sleep for garbage because I slept in so hard Sunday morning. So then the idea of bedtime last night, I was like, nah, it's night 2. Let's, you know. So I think I was tired this morning. So then I just played a little bit. I did take my MES trade I took, I got in, I didn't trade this morning at all. I was focused on NQ. But when it broke here, I got in when this break happened here and it pushed up. And so then I scaled one at the top, the double top here of the morning. And then my other one I took out at the resistance from Friday, which is at 99. I think I put it at 98.75. So it got filled. But that was my MES scalp here. That was nice.
Yeah. That 7,600 level on the ES there's a magnet there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought too. And that's so that's why I put my target at 98.75, I think, so that it would get filled. But that's such a key level that we were pushing out all morning.
Yeah.
It could go higher, but
76. It wasn't 76, but it was like a stone throw from 76 last week. Early, it was, I believe, on Tuesday last week, where you were running into 76 and you got into 75.95. And it immediately rejected, right?
yeah, I
And
remember
so
that.
you see the candle about 30 minutes ago,
Uh-huh.
the doji there.
Yeah.
That's where I got stopped out. That's where I
Oh,
tried to take a counter trend trade here because I was like,
oh.
all right, we're close to 76. I'll just take a little bit of a stab here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
The breakout candle stopped me out, but yeah,
Okay.
I did take a little bit of a shot in the dark stab on that one.
I think I managed my trade on the 5-minute. I think it was this doji I was hiding behind because it was above my fill. I had my scale. And so then I moved my stop up under this doji. So it very easily could have taken me out for just a tiny gain on that last half of it. But I was hoping it would go to that 600, like it sometimes those magnets are legit.
Oh, especially the 7,600, because if you pull it out to a weekly chart,
Yeah.
the actual zone of resistance on the weekly chart is 76 by 76.48. So it's just a massive level right there.
Yeah. See, this is very interesting. We're basically at the wick of the week 2 weeks ago. Like this is almost a kind of double top wick, although this one's slightly smaller. So taking out this liquidity up here makes so much sense. Right
If
at that.
when things break 76, you should see 50 points before you start working into any resistance. I just don't know if we can do it in power hour today.
It's been kind of a full day. We only have 45 minutes left, and it's definitely been some profit taking here at 600. There was definitely some eyes on that level for taking it out. You can see that right below here on this candle on the weekly, even that it didn't quite take it.
Yeah, it's like, I think, what was the last candle? Literally right at 7,600.
Yeah. This is a good look on the weekly. Like the bears tried, they couldn't get it.
Well,
Bears tried again, bulls are there.
Yeah, I agree. It's a fantastic lead. And it's not only that, Becky, but after last earnings season, because we're going into next earnings season, after last earnings season, we had one of the biggest historical parabolical up movements we've seen in history, quite frankly. It was propelled by over 20% blended EPS growth. It was absolutely outlandish. I'd never seen anything like it in my career than what we noticed last earnings season. The only thing I could compare it to is the year after the pandemic shut down, and those year-over-year numbers were so bloody impressive. but that was cheating because they shut the economy down. So the comparison to year over year was kind of
Yeah.
cheating.
Yeah.
Last quarter was outlandish. And when you look at the totality of the technical environment, it makes a lot of sense after a parabolic move like that to see the market take a little bit of a break on the weekly chart to form up what is called wave two in a pattern, according to Elliott Wave. So you have this consolidation, and that consolidation is just setting forth right in front of next quarter's earnings season, which starts next week.
Mhm.
Don't be surprised if we start breaking one way or the other here. I anticipate a bullish breakout. I am positioned on the bullish side of it,
Mhm.
but it's consolidated long enough to now start looking for a potential breakout, in my opinion.
Do you like the inverted hammer as the potential bullish sign when it closes bullish like this? Is that a candle that you enjoy
Um,
or
I
trade off of?
personally would not overread any individual candle within a broad consolidation pattern.
Mhm.
Bodies tell momentum, wicks tell volatility, and when the volatility is completely inside the overall pattern, you're not really seeing volatility. So I would not put a lot of emphasis on that wick.
Okay.
Number two, the body shows slowing momentum at a key level of support. And
Yeah.
so it's like this is kind of where we were last week on the ES. ES held support, worked back up into resistance. I think you expect the same thing on the NASDAQ this week.
Yeah.
Um, and MJ propelled by manipulation and insider trading. Yes, but the vast majority of the insider trading during the Iranian conflict was in energy and crude oil. And when you're dealing with insider trading on the Nasdaq, and there is some of that going on right now at the government level, but I wouldn't say it changed the landscape of the earnings environment. Insider trading is horrific. I'm completely opposed to it, as every single person should be. We should call it out every time we see it, and we should not allow it to exist in our universe in any capacity. But it doesn't have an impact on the fundamental side of the equation. And whether or not you want to describe the last parabolic uptrend as, insider based, I would say that's a flaw in analysis, quite frankly, given the fact that EPS blended growth is absolutely exploding in that time frame. And so, did certain people take advantage of it at the government level? Absolutely. But was the parabolic move based on insider trading, or was it based on fundamental data coming out of earnings season? And I would absolutely say it was fundamental data coming out of earnings season.
Welcome back, Nikki. Trade Terminator, Gabber, Nacho. Welcome back, everyone.
Nacho. No such thing as insider
It's
trading.
probably
Go
called
tell
today.
Goldman Sachs that, Nacho.
They're like, don't look at my books. Walk away.
Yeah, yeah, no insider trading.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm just gonna snug my stop up under this pivot now because I've kind of not been managing this trade very aggressively. And then I am one scale out here at the initial balance high, which is an area that was really danced around earlier. It was resistance, and then it attempted to be support, and then we failed underneath of it. But I would love it if it at least tagged out that level
See,
there.
this is where I park it right underneath that 9 and say, if you wanna go, you got that much room to maneuver to go.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a nice shelf here too. This is like a bull flag here as well,
Mhm.
actually. And we're coming in kind of the end of the day. So I might go underneath this little flag out here. Because then we're kind of extended from the flag. But I'm wondering if we can't get up higher because I really see this is where I gotta not be
Um,
stubborn either. Because if I was hunting this earlier, I'm
yeah,
trying to get
go
better at
higher.
holding my trades, Matt.
Well, that's why I say, like, you're at a massive resistance level. I
Hmm.
would literally be trailing the stop loss underneath the 9 EMA every bar
Yeah.
until one way or the other breaks. Because if you give up the 9, I'm willing to bet you're coming to your stop loss anyways.
Yeah. Well, there's that scale there. So that's great.
Yeah, ES just trying to break out of 76. I was hoping to get another bar on the ES before it broke, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Just pretend I'm losing trade. Oh, that's funny, Gabber. Pretend they're losing trade. That's a superpower
That
for
is
holding.
funny.
Just hold and pray. This I monkeyed around a lot earlier. I think sometimes I wanted to just make a point because I was just chatting with Miriam offline for a minute, but We all have losing trades. Like some of these in here, I know my chart is a hot mess today, but some of these I shorted here. When we broke this structure, I shorted. And my target was down here at the 15-minute high, and it did not get hit. And so this started coming back on me, and some of them were a loss. Like some of them I scalped and stuff. So, my profits are good today, but I still, like, no one wins all the time. And that's something, I know this isn't psychology hour, but I just want to say that no one, even a really great strategy, no trading strategy is 100% successful. And so taking a stop out means that you are doing a good job as a risk manager by having a risk understanding and a stop in place, stop gain, stop loss, what have you. Basically, you prevent full on tilt and account damaging. And so if you took a stop out, that means that you are a trader. It doesn't mean that you're a bad trader. It means that not every trade is going to win. So I just had to throw that out there for whoever needs to hear it. Little soapbox.
Yeah. There's not a directional system that exists in the history of mankind to have a probability above 70% in any trading system.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, being extremely generous.
Yeah.
The only time you can get high probability systems is in cash flow systems. That's it.
Which is not day trading, which is not futures day trading. Like those are different trading strategies and approaches to the market that are managed differently.
Trades. Those are monthly position trades is what they are.
Yeah, so that's quite a different time frame and analysis and approach.
Completely different style. It's directional systems you are saying something's going to go somewhere and you make money if it goes somewhere, right? Database systems I'm saying the market will not go to this place and I will make money as long as it does not go to this place. So the ultimate question is in delta v theta is it easier to say something will go somewhere or is it easier to say something will not go somewhere? It's always easier to say it will not go somewhere because then it can go up, down, or sideways. It just can't go to that level that you talked about. Whereas on direction, if you buy the S&P, you got to go up. You short it, you got to go down. And so it's always easier to say the market will not do something than it will do something, which means theta will always have a higher probability than delta.
Great point. Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, which is a very weird saying, but like there's a lot of ways to make money in the market. There's different approaches, different ways you can allocate your capital. You can have a day trading account, you can have a swing trading, you can have a cash flow account. Like there's so much potential. The more you learn, the more you hang out in rooms with other traders, the more you can figure out and fine tune and grow your strategies in different ways. Like Matt was saying, he didn't take a ton of trades on the futures market today, but he was still active on the charts and managing positions and like dealing with trading in all kinds of ways, making money.
I tried a lot of different systems.
Yeah. A lot of opportunity. All right, let's go, Bulls. Let's
go. I
am
thinking as much swing trading these days as day trading, though.
You are doing as much?
Anytime we're in a multiple time frame breakout situation on the daily combo weekly chart, you should have an open-ended risk graph on some positions, yes.
Because the market is overall bullish and coming out of support.
If the market breaks out of resistance on a multiple time frame perspective, that's where you get your pumps.
Did your gold hold? It looks like it's right on. It got right.
Oh, it's holding, yes, but I was riding the 9, and so I did get stopped out. But
yeah.
So I am fresh. I am fresh on gold.
Okay.
Probably done with gold right now. I'm actually looking at the ES right now. I wanted to. Sometimes I can be too technical. I wanted to get another bar to let the 9 EMA catch up and then take a scalp above 7,600 is what kind of my plan was. But then it just decided to have a 1 bar inside candle and then run on me. So
yeah, kind of
partly I've missed it.
Yeah. I mean, I support the Bulls, but it would have been cool if we got in. But it already had I mean, this is quite a bullish day. I mean, this is the lows.
Oh, it's a good day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good day on the ES.
Everything's above the VWAP. I mean, there was a couple just wicks below, but those were just, tests of the support, and the support held. And it, like this morning, was really quite choppy. More choppy, I think, on ES than NQ, because it really kind of bounced back and forth on top of each other. Like this one right here just ticked out the top and then came back down for this support. So this was kind of messy, honestly, on the ES this morning. But then it settled into that nice climb, and then this pullback just looked too good. Like I was bullish on the morning,
Yeah,
obviously, because
I
it's like
should have got that pullback. That's my only regret today, is because I'm gonna miss that early morning stuff. Like I just am. But it did have that really good pullback, and then it based those 4 candles like you were talking about. Then that confirmation candle looked really, really good. I just missed that one. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my gold stock trade more than anything.
I mean, it's not good to divert. And you saw how active I was on NQ, so that's why I wasn't even involved in ES, because I was, active.
Oh, you're not you're scalping NQ this morning. You're not looking at other instruments.
Exactly.
You're
Yeah.
laser focused. Yeah.
This was a good breakout here, though. Like it broke this whole consolidations when I got in.
I also like the pullback right there off the 9 EMA.
Here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one too.
It was good extension, come back, and then it held. And this rolled over nicely here, broke that structure.
Going into that double top, you have an increase in support. That looks good too.
Yeah, and it hadn't quite tagged the level yet either. Right here, what I liked too is I didn't want to squeeze it, because it hadn't quite tagged that key level that I felt we were hunting. With this nice hole. I mean, it couldn't even get down to VWAP in the morning.
I'm sorry for anybody that's in on the ES hesitating, but I'm hoping the train doesn't leave the station.
Mm-hmm.
And you might say, well, Matt, why don't you just get in then? I have rules.
Yeah. I honestly am not. I don't. There's the very, very, very real chance that it's going to get nowhere near my target up here on NQ, because this was a long chunk of consolidation this morning that failed, and it fell down and poked below VWAP on NQ. So if this comes down, it's still $300 win on this. This is my last 2 contracts. That's fine.
I like your trade on the NQ.
Yeah, I do too. I think I got in for 6 and I scaled 2.
Your entry was fantastic.
It was kind of like I was literally getting a kid settled with the nanny and the other kids. But I just looked, and it's like, oh, this looks good. For the office real quick.
Well, and it's getting right above VWAP after a little bit of an overextended fake out.
And there was some good volume uptick, which made me think that maybe we were changing the hands here. Like these two had a lot of nice volume here. And then it went from red to green. The shorts seemed to be drying up, and the bulls were defending with a good amount of volume. And so then this little pullback and then another break, it just looked really good.
That ES does not want to budge yet.
She's fighting at that level. Huh?
Yeah, she's pegged at 76 right now.
That's a key level, man. That's all. And weekly we talked about, and then just psychologically as well. So. Plus, it's in resistance. I mean, that's the thing too, is if you look at the larger time frames, there's going to be. And so this is the red level, the red box that we basically took all of it and then are outside of today. But that was from the selling we saw last Thursday when it rolled over hard. That was we're cleanly above that, but we're at that level of 600 right now. And so that could be that we just sink back down here, because this was a big deal.
The Thursday close on the dump of all things semiconductors last Thursday.
What happened with the semiconductors?
Nothing. It was a ridiculous sell-off, but I will say the semiconductors need to take a moment of consolidation the same way the ES is taking a moment of consolidation. So I don't have a strong opinion at the rarefied air that the semiconductors are currently in. My only opinion on the semiconductors right now are stay in consolidation until we get Taiwan Semiconductor and ASML next week. That's all I'm saying. Don't break out in front of those catalyst events, because then you're going to deal with some whipsaw. And so I kind of want to see the NASDAQ just take a walk for the next 6 trading sessions, honestly.
Really? Slide back farther so it can pop?
I don't want it to burn up, because if you front run going into earnings season, that sets traps.
Yeah.
Big time volatility traps is what it does.
I love that you said that because it makes me uncomfortable when the market is so bullish
Mhm,
and then bullish catalysts come in. It's like, shoot, you know what I
mhm.
mean? Like,
It sets up that prototypical buy the rumor, sell the news events where
yeah,
you just create volatility pockets on the downside, and then it means the first
exactly.
2.5 weeks of earnings season is nothing but chop. And so one of the reasons we had such a clean technical move outside of earnings season is because you weren't front running going into earnings season. You were actually coming down going into earnings season. And
Mhm,
then you basically went through reversal after the ABC correction last time. And then you had that catalyst events coming out on the AI trade that just propelled everything up, 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 up. And then as everything was going up during last earnings season, there was not an earnings report that came out to stop the move. So, whereas when you say we got a week in front of earnings season, let's say we just pump going into earnings season. Yeah, that would be fantastic for this week. I'll be very happy for this week. But for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to do nothing but complain about unexpected volatility, volatility pockets, and crazy chop on almost every time frame because you just shouldn't you don't want to see front running in earnings season
mhm.
because front running in earnings season is usually front running gone bad. So, no, I wanna see my base case because I don't we're too tight in earnings season to say we're gonna get a correction. And so, I'd love to see nothing but sideways neutrality until we go into earnings season, and then we break out going into earnings season on a positive catalyst, whether it's ASML, whether it's Taiwan Semiconductor,
Mhm.
on the AI trade, or whether it's JP Morgan and Johnson on the cyclical side of the equation. That's the only information that's actually important to the market is earnings.
Yeah. Be very interesting to see what happens in this next week then and see if we can get a nice setup, nice layup.
Yeah. So I think there's gonna be some good day trading environments this week.
Mhm.
I think we could break out on the ES this week. It's very clean. And I do like the trading environment this week because we don't have a lot of economic data. We don't have a lot of earnings data. I don't see a lot of changes on the geopolitical side of the equation right now. So it should be a very technically induced week right now.
Yeah.
NASDAQ should work up into resistance and not break out. If that's kind of the base case on the daily chart is NASDAQ works into resistance, doesn't break out. S&P maybe breaks out, but doesn't see a tremendous amount of momentum.
I was stopped out on that pullback, so I'm gonna pull back out to this daily on the NASDAQ.
Yeah, so I think you have an opinion that NASDAQ can work up into resistance on the daily chart this week, but I just don't think you want a breakout. Like in the short term, I'll always take a breakout. Thinking 3 weeks down the road, you know what? I've been around too long to understand this earnings story. You don't want a front run breakout going into earnings season.
Yeah.
You wanna break out on the first catalyst in earnings season. I mean, that's I know I'm asking to be Luke Skywalker and nail the middle of the shot here, but the
Yeah.
Goldilocks setup is the Nasdaq and the S&P in multiple time frame breakout situations going into next week. That is the best case scenario that the bulls will look for going into earnings season because then we get catalyst. You can see the breakout. You have trust in the breakout. If you break out in front of that, catalysts are going to do nothing but propel it back to the downside because of profit taking.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see if I can get it, but that is my base case. I do think the day trading environment is going to be pretty good this week, though.
Yeah, they both look good for
Mhm.
some bullish moves here, so but they're also in that consolidation, we'll see. Should
Yeah,
could be good. We did have news this morning at, 10 AM Eastern, but it didn't really
I
seem to
know.
have an influx in the market at all, really.
No, there's not an economic report. Like
Nothing of
you had
consequence.
service PMI this morning came in
Mhm,
chalk basically. And then you have Fed minutes on Wednesday,
mhm.
and I'm already bored of talking about it. It's
Yep,
Monday. I'm
that's a
bored
nothing.
already. Outside of that, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, no shade to Levi's, but I don't think Levi's is gonna move, the market from an earnings perspective this week. There's a
Probably not.
couple names, but there's not even an industry mover in earnings this week.
Okay, so it's not happening yet.
No, we're not.
I wonder if we can't fade this coming into close here with it just breaking out here and then losing momentum. This is the hourly chart on ES, and it's just T9 doji.
5 minutes rolling over too.
Yeah, I think we could have a little fade action here.
15 has slowed its momentum. 5's rolling over. Call me crazy, but I think we get a wick on the daily chart.
I think we do too. Yes, our NQ is rolling over too.
So we doing it?
Yeah, we're doing it.
We're doing it. Boom. Did you do the ES or the NQ? I did the ES.
I did ES.
All right. Where's your stop? I want to see where you put yours versus me.
Didn't get fill yet. I was trying to see if I can limit it and see if it'll pick me up here in just a little bit of a bounce at 97.5. I'm going to put it right above the pivot.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at too.
I might have to just.
All right, team Becky and me both fade in the trend. Wish us luck.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to need it. We're going against the trend.
Yeah, but it lost its momentum at tag key levels.
I think it's a good counter trend trade here.
I'm right above it at just a little tiny bit of wiggle room, 603. The high is what? 602.25. I like to give it a whole point, just because sometimes that's the volatility. I'm gonna go 3.5. And we'll see if we can see if it can. Imbalances are a ways away. We still got 23 minutes left. So we'll see what happens, what it does in the interim here. But we need a wick. I like it. I like our chances.
I don't want to break 76 on a Monday anyways.
Right?
Yeah.
I talked about this. There's going to be more opportunities for that. This is the key level for profit taking.
Like, I would be perfectly fine this week if we just stayed in 100-point range between 75 and 76. Like, I'd be perfectly fine this week.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of data. Earnings season next week. Yeah, I think it'd be an easy week for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
By the way, Ethereum is starting to pick up its potential reversal catalyst.
Oh, can we look at that on here?
I think you can look at either, yeah.
ETH.
Like, go to the daily chart.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's starting to look pretty.
This is when it's all wonky. It does this weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah, the wicks at 0. Yeah. But it's getting a little interesting here on the daily chart. Yeah. By the way, I'm not involved yet, and I'm waiting on 2 things. I'm not going to do Ethereum. I'm going to do ETHA, the ETF that tracks Ethereum. But I would love a pullback after this pump over the last 4 days. Just not a big one. Just like 2 bars down, reestablish support. Boom. I would love that. Love that. So Ethereum's picking up its interest, and it's actually, out of all the commodity spaces, Ethereum, Bitcoin, silver, gold, I do think Ethereum's the most technically interesting reversal on the board right now.
That's a good look. Yeah, and if it comes back, this is a period of consolidation here that we broke out of with these last 2 days. If it comes back, that's in sync with the 9 EMA as well on the daily.
That's exactly what I want to see, is just a little bit of a bounce off that 9 EMA. That's it.
That would be
all
nice.
I need. By the way, I'm also looking at position trade, not swing trade here.
Yeah, crypto's good for that.
I think it's much better than swing trading. I think either day trade or position trade or just hodl. I think that's the way to go about crypto. I think crypto can be a very difficult swing trading vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, look at this bullish divergence here on the low. Ooh.
MACD has the same bullish divergence, by the way.
That's pretty.
The reversal starting to really kind of stand out.
Yeah. Is Bitcoin anywhere near?
It's following suit, but I don't think. Well, let me put it like this: Ethereum's outproducing percentage-wise the reversal by about twice as much right now. So, for example, Ethereum was up 10% last week. Bitcoin was up 5%. Today, Ethereum's up 5%. Bitcoin was up 3%. And so you're seeing outperformance on Ethereum So that's number one. Number two, it's a cleaner reversal on Ethereum than Bitcoin. And that might be because of my third point on Ethereum. You're not at deep technical value on Bitcoin. You are at deep technical value on Ethereum. When you talk about the longer term analysis, you're
Mhm.
at kind of a mid-tier support resistance level on Bitcoin. But Ethereum's at where Bitcoin would be if you made arguments for deep technical value around 25 to 30,000 on Bitcoin. That's where Ethereum is right now. Ethereum got sold off a lot more aggressively in the initial sell-off in the crypto space. And that's what allowed it to get all the way down to the lows. So I think you could certainly be tracking the reversal in Bitcoin. It's not like Ethereum's going to work out and Bitcoin's going to sell. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? They run in tandem to a certain extent. But I do prefer the Ethereum reversal by a wide margin.
Yeah, there's not as much data.
Hopefully the same margin that the US beats Belgium tonight. I'm so
What time is the
excited.
game?
It's later tonight, but it's up there in Seattle, just up the road from us on I-5. I can't wait. Yeah,
Whoa, sweet.
I can't. I'm so excited about it. Like, I have turned into the biggest soccer fan during this World Cup season.
It's pretty
Like, I
exciting.
watched England and Mexico last night. I watched France a little bit earlier. And that England-Mexico game was way fun.
Nice. Yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah, it was like, I can't believe England held on. Like,
Was
they
that
were
last
just
Thursday, I think that one? I think it was.
the England Mexico game was last night.
Mm.
The France game, Paraguay was yesterday as well. Yeah, Nacho, like Mexico had so many chances. I didn't really wasn't like cheering on one or the other because I kind of enjoyed both teams. But Mexico, ever since when they got the red card on England, all they just like it just became just Mexico aggressive assault nonstop. And I was kind of very impressed with England withstanding that assault by Mexico last night. It was really, really kind of, and I'm not a connoisseur of all things soccer. I was just like so impressed by their defense. They just smothered everything. And anybody who's criticizing the president of the United States for making a call to FIFA to get our best player back in the game today, um, it's the 250th birthday of America. We're okay with that this time. So let's just let this one go. Listen, it's like basketball, Becky. When you foul somebody in a basketball game, and it's a real game. Okay, it's a real game. It's like
Mhm.
you're not gonna be like, "Hey, ref, you should blow your whistle." No, you're gonna cheat a little bit. You're gonna mislead a little bit. And all the president did was call the guy, the FIFA head, and say, "Hey, listen, what's a red card?" That's it. That's all he did. There was nothing, no, there was nothing illegal or immoral here. He's just curious about what red card is.
It's like insider trading is not also
Yeah, yeah. He was just curious about a red card there too.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. To each their own, man.
Listen, I get it. Criticize the insider trading. I'm perfectly fine with that. I do it as well. Not this one. Like,
I
we need some
mean,
help. Like, we got the chance to go the quarters here.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, this trade is hesitating so bad. Where is it gonna go?
it's gonna bore us to death until
It could pump
imbalances,
here. Let's see.
and then imbalances are gonna make or break us on this trade.
I think so. I think it's hesitating since we got in
That's what I think.
15 and 1550. Yeah, and it looked a little bit like it might be turning here. We'll see. That was a 15-minute pullback here that we'll see what happens now. Could step us out, but I mean, we need a wick on the daily candle, and the momentum seems to be drying up at a key level. So I'm gonna hold.
I'm holding. Nothing has changed on the trade idea since we put it on.
Yeah. I'm just wondering where the target should be because now we're running out of time here. And
Target is whatever volatility we get after imbalances.
or we just close it. Because
Mhm.
this
I think it's a manual close, to be honest with you. I have a target at 77, but I don't think we're sniffing 77.
yeah.
So
94. Mhm. Yeah. And the fact that it's just hesitating and going sideways until then fits with
Mhm.
what the timing that we're trading.
Mhm.
Yeah, this level down here where we broke out, this 84 looks good, but I don't know we have enough time to go all the way down there. I think 94 is reasonable here, but then we'll see if my balances can give it a throw.
Oh, Portugal, Spain's on right now. Okay.
Corn August seasonal positioning. Oh, okay. Corn is an interesting commodity. I haven't really watched corn.
Yeah, I don't trade corn.
No. I've looked at soybeans a little bit just because of an author that I really like talked a lot about in one of his books, but I never really looked at corn. What's just the ticker for that? Probably not corn. Oh, it is. Oh, ZZ.
Yeah. Oh, look at that pump.
Hey, good call out, Marion.
Yeah, look at that pump.
Yeah, we looked at
Forward
Ethereum and
momentum
Bitcoin. They look good.
reversal. There you go. There you go.
That was a good call out. Look at that clean, strong break of structure here with some momentum. Makes sense because the corn is starting to ripen in the US at least. And so then it's going to be hitting the market soon. And so prices are going to go up. We're having a good growing season. They should pop as well.
I want some fresh corn.
Sounds amazing. Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. Oh, heavens, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Corn on the cob is one of my daughter's favorite thing to eat, I think.
It's amazing. Kids do so well with it too. Like my kid, like it's a crowd pleaser. What is soybeans? Soybean oil, soybean mean, soybeans. That's because now I'm curious. Okay, similar seasonal pop. Interesting. I need to get into more of that. Like it.
To
This
the food,
is
the futures on foods,
yeah.
I find them to be difficult to trade.
Oh really? October, January, April. Now we're in July. Having another pop. Huh.
Those commodities are legitimately used primarily as the same reason the futures market exists in the first place, for physical delivery.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mhm.
Seems like they have an equal amount of like bottoms and support, at least on the soybean one, anyways. In December, there's some August bottoms, so that's interesting
It
here
does
on
shock
cotton.
some traders in the commodity area of futures that it's still physical delivery. Like,
Mhm.
that's how farmers and commodity traders and dealers from around the world use the Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
Hmm.
Same way they've done it for 170 years now.
'Cause it is actually an item that is shipped across the globe to feed humans. So I mean, that makes sense for it, like
Physical deliverable product.
yeah.
Same thing with oil, by the way.
Yeah.
Gold, same thing.
Let's look at gold here. Let's see what she did. Just flagging out here, gold.
Just hanging out.
Mhm.
I think it's an interesting setup going into tonight's session, though, with the Asian market. That
Oh, wow.
resistance pivot, like, draw a line at that resistance pivot. The top
Mhm.
one today,
The top
like,
one.
the one right there,
Okay.
like, and then drag it to the left. Like, that level right there is a really interesting level to see if we can break out of that level, because if we can break out of that level, we are screaming to 4,200, like,
Mhm.
screaming to 4,200, and 4,200 is a really, really important number on gold analysis right now. There's 3 numbers that are just chiefly more important on gold analysis: 4,400, 4,200, and 4K. Now, it's zones around those numbers, but, like,
Mhm.
real that's a so you got a breakout there out of multiple time frame. Yeah, I like that 4,200 level on the
Yeah.
futures reopen.
Pop up there. This was an interesting M presentation that worked out perfectly, M pattern.
Yeah, and then came down and gave us that nice
Mhm.
little W formation, head and shoulders formation.
Yeah.
Little tweener there.
Yeah. I see it.
By
That's
the
where
way,
you got in on that
we're
shoulder.
we're finally positive on the ES trade.
I saw it. I'm like, okay,
Finally,
okay. We just
finally.
don't look at it, right?
Yeah, don't look at it. Don't look at it. And definitely don't look at it on the 15-minute time frame. You're sitting at the 15-minute
Oh
90 EA
God.
right
I
now.
know this is where if I had a bigger position, I would definitely lock them out, but it's a small position.
Yeah.
5 micros. Oh, imbalances happened.
Oh, we were talking and we got imbalances. Yeah, there we go.
Not a huge one.
All right.
Okay.
But we got zero volatility out imbalances.
No, that didn't
I was
that I
not even
wouldn't
looking
even
at
know.
the time. I was looking at the candles and I'm like, okay, we're underneath
Mhm.
now. Oh, we got imbalances. Okay.
Turns out 1 minute ago. All right, well, let's see if we can drop a
Well,
little more into
now
everybody.
where can we go? Okay. All right. My stop's right above candle high, by the way,
Yeah, I was
on the
thinking about
5
sending
minute.
mine down as well. It's 15.
Yeah, no, I'm on the 5.
Okay, yeah, we're out of time. Yeah, I usually on a smaller time frame at this point too. This is a nice bear move right here. Think it. Oh yeah, and it rolled under the 9 EMA on the 5 right there, beautifully. Yeah, that's good. That's good fade, Rock.
Yeah, we got, I wish we had another 20 minutes here.
I wish I had a bigger position.
We can get to that 77 level,
Yeah.
but,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
where
pull
you
my target down there and see if it just happens to throw. I'm gonna put it at 84, see if I get a
88, 84,
I got like 8 minutes left.
78, like,
Mhm. I might take a
right.
little out.
I think this one might just be a manual close a couple minutes before the session ends.
Yeah. I'll put a little scale at this pivot liquidity at 89 just to start shutting her down. I like the fade at end of day, but then when we have a directional day, you have to like be careful on that and not start fading too soon because it can often pop up and take out the top. And that's what honestly I feel like the losses I've taken during power hour have been a fade that was too soon or it didn't work out. And so it's a fade is a
Mhm.
not always a winner, you know, like it's a you got to make a choice on that. No bounce report. Oh, thanks for looking out though, Gabber. Appreciate you. We are withholding the data. Come on. Can oil go negative again with all the short volume? Is Jojo's question. Let's pull that up.
No,
No?
no.
Can you tell us more?
Can a commodity go negative?
Oh,
The
is
pa
that
the pandemic answered that question, so the answer is yes. Um, before the pandemic, I would have laughed at the question before the pandemic. Can a commodity go zero? Like, what are we talking about? It's a commodity. But the pandemic did prove it can. Saudi Arabia was having to pay people $40 a barrel. I mean, $40, yeah, $40 a barrel just to take oil because they ran out of places to supply it. And so there is a oil glut right now because of what's happening with the Straits of Hormuz. That should get helped over time, but it is a sincere issue. And that could cause some volatility in oil, especially on the supply side of the equation, because there's not a massive demand equation right now. You have additional supply, but you're at $65 to $70 a barrel, with still the Straits of Hormuz having a concern due to that supply gut. And so, can it go negative? The answer is yes. Will it go negative? I would say the answer is absolutely not.
this is a very interesting level here. This shelf that we broke above and then retested a little bit. This looks like it's still sliding.
I'm gonna manually trade unless it gets to 77. So, like, this is like we're flying an airplane and I just took it out of autopilot. Like,
Yeah.
I'm manually flying this plane until it gets to 77.
Okay. I did
So,
get a scale out. I saw it pop my alert that it gave me a little scale out there at this tip here. At
man,
89, I took 2 off. So I'm down to just 3.
you're at a
I like
target.
when we
I'll
take the
I'll
tips.
I'll
I'd like
I'll
going
do it too.
pokes the pivots.
I took a little off as well.
Yeah.
Um It's a wonderful thought exercise on the commodity side of the equation, though.
Mhm. Physical commodity. Yeah, it's a great conversation.
Mm.
Cot
I
report
I
conference
was
with the cotton.
trading. I was actively trading that day oil went to -41. I'll never forget it, ever. My jaw was on the floor. I was frozen with inaction. Oil was moving $10 a tick. It was unprecedented. I don't think I'll ever experience anything like that again. Like, I still remember when it got to $6 and started basing at $6, everybody's like, "You gotta buy it, you gotta buy it." 3 seconds later, it was -20.
Dude,
Like,
that's wild.
people lost homes, retirement accounts,
'Cause
everything.
the thought is never. It never could.
It well, ever. That's the thought up until the pandemic. When you deal with commodities, the one thing that you have confidence in the commodity landscape, stocks go to 0,
Always value.
currencies go to 0, bonds go to 0. One thing a commodity can't do is go to 0 until Saudi Arabia had to pay people $41 a barrel just to store oil.
Yeah, well, no one
So
was driving. I
it's
mean,
a
the pandemic shut
legitimate
down the
question, it's
world.
a legitimate thought exercise. Um, it just took an unprecedented shutting down of the entire global economic system, and then when they reopened it, you had a very similar supply gut, and
Mhm,
but this one, it's really kind of centered around the Straits of Hormuz and the Middle East, but US is still pumping and fine, like, China still has massive demand, um, so I do, it's a great thought experiment, but at the end of the day, I don't think the uniqueness of that pandemic environment can be replicated again.
I moved my stop down on this ES trade to 95 and a quarter, just above these 2 pivots of previous. That way it's locked in profit, and then it has a little bit of wiggle room to see if it get down to the lowest targets.
Yeah, I locked in profit at the same time you did at that
Yeah,
target, 2 contracts as well, and
nice.
I'm just trailing the 9 right now. I'll probably close here in a second.
Yeah, you're about out of time, 2 minutes. I'm
We
gonna
have
pull
more
that.
time, like, if we have more time here in the session, I'd be like, "Ooh, I kinda like the 9 rider here," but
Is that a ticker, Mary? COT? Is that cotton? I don't know. I don't know what COT is. I tried to pull it up, but
COT is not a future symbol, no.
it's not. But the seasonal in the commodities industry is very interesting to watch. I think there definitely can be an edge with that. Well, this is a fun fade trade. I like it. See if she could flush out to close us out here, or what's she going to do? I'm gonna let this stop either get taken or the target, or else at when the bell dings, we'll just shut her down.
Uh-huh.
Interestingly, NQ did tag VWAP. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was a
I
nice
didn't
target
see
on the
that.
NQ short.
Ooh, they are very close.
Real glad I was trailing my target, my stop on my NQ long.
Mhm.
That's why, man, active management of your trades is important because it can do any kind of thing. Yeah, this is a beautiful and VWAP target on the NQ fade. If anyone was doing that one. Boom. Mm. I love it when they tag VWAP at the end of the day. We weren't in that one. That's okay. Ours has still made money.
Well, Gabber, can the cat be both alive and dead simultaneously?
All right, folks, that is the trading session for Monday, July 6th. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here at Blue Sky. That was really a fun session. We got some profits on longs. We got a little scalp on the short side with the fade. Thank you guys for showing up for us here. I really is a great community of strong, supportive traders, and we'll be at it again tomorrow.
Tim, thank you so much for hanging out. As Becky said, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back same time tomorrow. And Coach Becky also has her psychology lab tomorrow as well. Get your mindset fixed every week with Coach Becky. She does a wonderful job. With that said, hit that like, hit that share, leave us a comment. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.